guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Alex, and today I'm going to talk about how I became a nurse, just telling you about my journey, and then also discussing the ways and routes that you can become a nurse. So if you guys are interested in hearing me talk about that, then stay tuned. So I want to share with you guys how I became a nurse in a year. So my route is a little bit interesting because I went through an accelerated BSN program. So some of y'all are thinking, what is an accelerated BSN program? So that is basically for people who want to make a career change. So because I had my degree, undergraduate degree in something else, I majored in biology, I already had the prerequisites, therefore I was able to go straight into nursing school. But really, if you had any type of undergraduate degree, it could have been theater, it could have been history, and you want to make that career change, then you're able to apply for this program. So I know some people in my program, they were theater majors and they majored in all types of things and they had to take the prerequisites. But thankfully for me, since I was a bio major, I had everything that I needed and all I had to do was apply for the program. So my program was only 13 months long. And although that sounds glamorous and it sounds like, oh, that's quick, just 13 months, it was the hardest thing I've ever done, guys. However, it was very rewarding because at the end, obviously I'm a nurse and it was just 13 months. But those 13 months, guys, it feels like it will never end. I cried so many days and nights. Like, it was very, very rigorous. However, that was just my experience. I mean, I would say that a lot of people in my cohort thought that it was challenging. However, I know a lot of people that had families and they had 3 or 4 children, husbands, single mothers. So really, if you're passionate about nursing and this is something that you really want to do, you can most definitely do it. So that was just my route. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit more about my program. I went to Winston-Salem State University, and every school is different, but I'm going to tell you the prerequisites for my school that were required, and I'm going to tell you my stats just so you guys have an idea. So I know that they required anatomy 1 and 2, anatomy and physiology, so that included the lecture and the lab. They required Chem 1. They also required statistics, psychology, bio 101, and I feel like I'm missing another one, but I can't put my finger on it. Anywho, my overall GPA was a 3.3. So for some people that may be competitive, but for me, I was a student athlete and I was very much so an overachiever. So for me, a 3.3 was kind of disappointing. I got a C in chemistry 2. And then I also got a C in organic 1 and organic 2. So that right there butchered my GPA. I also had some C's in other classes that just didn't matter, like zoology and botany. And although, those kind of don't matter, it overall affects your GPA. So that's why my overall GPA was low. However, those prerequisites that I named prior, I got a 3.4 in those. So that kind of helped boost my application. Now, I was very lucky because my school, guys, my school went solely based off of GPA. So they didn't ask me about my experience. They did not ask me, did I take the HESI? They did not ask me for a personal statement. I mean, guys, it was just really straight to the point. They want to know, like if you can basically handle the rigorous program. The only other thing that they did ask for was a certain SAT score for the math and reading. I'm embarrassed to say that my math and reading scores were not acceptable for, admission. And so luckily I was just very on it because, I was thinking, hey, well, I already have a degree, like it should be fine. But first you have to get into the school and then you get into the program. And so this is no shade toward HBCUs, but for my experience, it was very hard to get in touch with them and it was very hard to get all the information. But something in my spirit was just like, annoy them, make sure that you have everything that you need. And guys, I did not have the SAT scores that I needed. So I had to retake the SAT as a 25-year-old just so that I can get into nursing school. Just make sure that you have everything that your program requires because you would hate to spend all of that money and waste all that time and then you have to wait for another year to apply. But that was just my experience. But yeah, so for my school, it was just very straightforward. You have the grades or you don't. So that's one way to become a nurse, is to already have a previous degree and then to go and get... Who's texting me? That's another way to become a nurse. You go and get your degree prior, and then you go into an accelerated BSN program. If you are fresh out of high school, you can go straight to a 4-year college, and then you can major as a BSN, and that's another way to become a nurse. And then another way is to just go straight to a 2-year college and get your ADN, or a community college, and you would get your ADN in 2 years. And they also have accelerated programs for your ADN as well, where you can go for about 16 to 18 months, have no prerequisites, and then you would come out with an associate's degree. So there are so many ways that you can become a nurse. However, that is how I became a nurse in 13 months, and there are many programs out there that allow you to become a nurse in 12 months with your prerequisites, or 2 years if you don't have any. Alright guys, so thanks for watching the video. I hope that this was informative and helped in some way, shape, or form. If you're interested in applying to nursing school, comment below and tell me about your experience. Tell me what school you're interested in attending, and I will try my best to get back to everybody. So until next time guys, make sure that you like and subscribe, and I will make sure to talk to y'all later.